Well, here's another question for you. Has your ex reached out to you during lockdown? With all the uncertainty around restrictions, it appears many people are getting sentimental about their past relationships.
Yeah, not me. Well, so what should you do if you hear from a former flame? Relationship expert Dr. Wendy Walsh joins us now from Los Angeles. Thank you for your time. Wendy. Is there something about lockdown that makes people want to text their ex?
Well, yeah, because what about the devil you know versus the one you don't? You know, it's sort of low-hanging fruit if you're looking for a mate. It's somebody you've experienced in the past, and maybe you have, you know, during a time of like survival, you're looking to what secure base you might have had in the future. But I want to warn you, you are looking back with rose-colored glasses.
Yeah. There are lockdown exemptions for romantic partners. Could that be playing into their motivation, you know, better the devil you know kind of sort of thing?
Well, think of it. If you are a healthy adult and you would like to have a sexual relationship, to go on an app during lockdown makes it very difficult. To try to meet outside with masks, if you're even allowed to do that, is very difficult to find a mate. So yeah, an ex is a sure thing. So that little text that says, hey, do you happen to be single now? Might be about sex.
Oh, okay, there we go. Is it possible?
Tell it like it is, Wendy.
Is it possible lockdown has made them reevaluate their lives? Have people changed in this time?
Good luck.
Well, there are a few. You know, a new study that came out in the United States here showed that 71% of single people during the pandemic felt more inclined to have a full-time committed relationship. So it makes us kind of go, wait a minute. What have we been doing? And, you know, human beings are wired to bond, and bonding is so good for our health, right? We get so much dopamine and oxytocin, and it reduces stress. So yeah, for a lot of people, they reevaluated their life and said, wow, what about that fish that got away? Maybe I could rehook them.
So what's your advice so if you're getting that, you know, 1 a.m. text, should you entertain them, or are you best off just shutting it down?
The problem, of course, is if it's at 1 a.m. So that is not wanting a relationship, that's wanting sex. So the answer, unfortunately, is not what people want to hear. But you see, we all enliven a piece of each other's personalities. And so the relationship dynamic will be the same when you get back together. So you might have remembered the good times, but you might have forgotten the bad times. You will be reminded of them very quickly, though, when you get back together. Because the truth is, it's not about whether somebody has changed. It's whether you have changed enough to actually be a different person and have different boundaries in this relationship.
I've got some girlfriends who are single. How would you suggest people meet people in lockdown? It's hard. And you don't want to delve into the archives, surely. I mean, there's a reason they're in the past.
I just celebrated my 1-year anniversary with a fabulous boyfriend that I met during deep lockdown. And it was lockdown that I used as a set of criteria. Would he meet outside? Would he wear a mask? Would he consent to not even holding hands or getting close to me for many days? So guess what? It became a love relationship about long phone calls and texts and seeing each other from a distance. So by the time lockdown got released, we got released.
There you go. Let's look at the other side of the coin for just a sec. You know, we despair. We talk quite a lot about people who are in a relationship, maybe have a couple of kids or something, maybe no job. Things are really tough. There are a lot of people who are in a relationship who are really struggling at this time, I would think, probably don't want to be.
Well, at the very beginning of, if you can use the example of what happened here in the United States with our lockdown, at the very beginning, there was this doom and gloom prophecy that the divorce rate would go up because all of a sudden, you were having to renegotiate space boundaries in the home, childcare boundaries, work from home, who's on Zoom at what time, etc. And so what we learned is after a little bit of a rocky period at the beginning, you know, absence doesn't make the heart grow fonder. Familiarity does. Families ate dinner together more. Couples found ways to experiment in the bedroom. People spent more quality time together. And most people reported that their relationships got stronger, more committed, and they're happier than they were before the pandemic.
Look at you. There you go. Thank you for all of that, Wendy, and congratulations on your anniversary as such.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Ryan and I have definitely had some moments where you feel like you're on top of each other when you're
Okay, well, tell us in the commercial break.
When you're in lockdown, I mean, you can't escape.
There's nowhere to go, nowhere to hide. All right, good chat. Time to check